These two teams who seem to be strong up front.
Yeah, I think certainly both have guys with size who also bring incredible skill to the game. And it's really hard to win in this league without at least one elite player at one of the front court positions.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at point guard. Robinson passes to Nunn. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. 4 on the shot clock. No good. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Boston Celtics. And that one is good. Oladipo's got the opening field goal of the game for the Pacers.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
None. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Turner. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
1:46 left in the first quarter. Butler against Warren. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And something that's troubled Indiana the last 3 years, rebounding.
I think, Greg, it's probably manifested at both ends of the floor, right? Some of it's about roster construction. Some of it's about style of play. Some of it's about philosophy. But their inability to control the glass has at times had an impact on them. Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that.
Oh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Well, there is incredible natural strength and control of his body by Victor Oladipo. Nice job.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. That's good from Oladipo.
Well, you think back to T.J. Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here. Holiday's checked in. 56 seconds left to play in the first. That shot wide open.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
McConnell finds Lamb. Here's Bitadze. He's covered by Iguodala. Holiday, the pass to Lamb. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Hero. Offensive rebound. Here's Iguodala. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now, here's McConnell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. McDermott kicks to McConnell. Here's Bitadze. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Pacers. They lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis. You learn about Jimmy.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Jay Crowder out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Dragic. And there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the shooting guard. And that one, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. It's interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their careers.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Turner trying to free himself up. Oladipo misses. The Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Nunn can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's Oladipo on the assist by Sabonis. That's now 8 points for Victor Oladipo. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Butler on the wing. Shoots over Warren. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 5. Oladipo right side. Outside Warren. Oladipo dishes to Warren. Turner passes to Oladipo. And the 3 off target. And Miami shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Butler with the ball. And in the game with Charlotte, he did not play well. Launches a 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers lead by 5. We'll see you back here. Really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Kicks it out to Jones. Butler from outside. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The Heat trail by 7.
And this Pacers franchise, 6 ABA championships, but none so far in the NBA.
Well, Greg, they haven't been there very much, right? Their only finals trip came back in 2000. It took a Lakers squad led by Shaq and Kobe to 6 games. But ever since, they've been chomping at the bit to try to get back.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Indiana. Jones against Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Right side, Butler. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
It's good from long range. And now it's a 10-point Indiana lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
It's hauled in by Warren.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
You talk about the quiet producers in the league. T.J. Warren is one of the first names that come to mind.
The last few seasons, Warren has come close to chipping in 20 points a game. Doesn't do anything flashy, but he just hits his shots and piles up the points on a nightly basis.
No good from Dragic.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
The Heat trail by 12. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Here's Butler. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hero passes to Butler. The dish to Dragic. Shoots over Brogdon. And again, it's the Heat missing. Now the pass to Sabonis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Sabonis has got 5 now.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Miami, we've got Jay Crowder. Bam Adebayo is out there with Iguodala. And it's Nunn in at the 5. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. 17-point game. Holiday surveying the floor. Oladipo against Iguodala. And Oladipo kicks to McDermott. Outside Holiday. Passes it to McDermott. The 15-footer. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Crowder. Here's Nunn. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Adebayo. Got a hand on it. Silva, the pass to Adebayo. Tries yet again. Kept alive. Indiana leading by 17. McConnell kicks to McDermott. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Nunn. Here's Adebayo. And the layup's good off the glass.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Well, Jay Crowder has developed into a very reliable mid-range shooter. You don't want to let him get comfortable.
Timeout called the Pacers. They lead by 13. A minute 20 left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
And they were in danger of losing back-to-back games before he stepped to the forefront here tonight. This was not a game he was going to let get away from him.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Domantas Sabonis.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Indiana moving it around. Nailed from three-point land. And the Pacers lead by 16.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Shots good by Butler.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Warren dishes to Oladipo. Misses the deep three-point attempt. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.